Hello and welcome to a new video. Tomorrow we're going to have the Open Great League back again, I think for 2 weeks as well. And so today we're going to take a look at 10 legend teams for the Open Great League that of course worked out for other players. Of course, also, tomorrow we're going to get the release of Corviknight. We don't have a team with Corviknight in here today, but I've made already 2 videos separately with Corviknight in there as well, where I showcase some teams, so definitely check them out. They're on my channel. You can just look up Corviknight, the last ones for that one. So like if you want to see some teams for Corviknight, check that out. But also, I'm going to try my best to showcase Corviknight early tomorrow. I'm going to get out for that one as well, trying my best to get some of them with the Lure Medal. So definitely leave a like and subscribe as well here to this channel. Would really appreciate it if you want to see the Corviknight review tomorrow, or if you watch it a little bit later, it's already out. So definitely stay tuned for this, but it's going to be it for the intro. We can move on to the first team now, which is going to be a team here that is also still going to be very much viable for the next time Great League is there, because basically Corviknight is not going to change his team around. We're going to have Talonflame, Annihilate, as well as the Wigglytuff. Annihilate says up, I would say, here for this team from the World Champion currently, I think, as well. So that's kind of cool. Talonflame is your lead. Talonflame is going to be super important for the Corviknight matchup there. I could see a world where people are going to drop a Brave Bird for the move Flame Charge now where Corviknight is around, allowing you to have a way better matchup there. It's still a good matchup, also if you don't have the Flame Charge, but being able to basically get a ton of energy and boost your own attack up is kind of nice, I have to say. So I could see definitely a world where this is the case. Otherwise, another Saysop going to be able to get out Corviknight and still kind of punish that one as well. Like, it's still a very neutral matchup. And Wigglytuff doesn't want to face Corviknight at all, but can kind of be safe there in the back as well. And this team looks like a very solid one still for the current meta as well. Moving on, we're going to see here the next team. Like this player always hits legend with basically the exact same team. So yeah, we're going to have Annihilate, Dugong, Shadow Bastion here. Cool. Very kind of toxic style line, a little bit more like of the old school line, but like they're playing perfect basically with their Bastion. They're playing perfect with this team. They know exactly what they're doing, and you see it, like they hit legend every single time really early with this team here. So maybe still a team for you as well. I might give it a try as well just to showcase Shadow Bastion. But Annihilate, Dugong and Bastion apparently is a very good team. What you have to be careful here with is that you have to keep your lead alive. Your lead is the only answer to fighting type Pokemon, and otherwise you're going to struggle with that. So if you have a neutral lead or something like this, rather swap out into your Dugong and play that one out. But yeah, even with the Bastion being nerfed, this player still finds a way to make Bastion work. So it is what it is. We can move on to team number 3, which is going to be from a former world champion here with its excellent. We're going to have the Malamar, we're going to have the Dugong, as well as the Shadow Quagsire. Interesting team here, Shadow Quagsire. I'm definitely going to have a bit more play as well now with Corviknight being a great core together with it. Still should work out as well for the now season basically with Corviknight around, because Dugong is still neutral and Quagsire is still neutral, so like it still should be kind of okay for you. And as you can see here, actually on paper every single Pokemon beats Corviknight, which I don't think is actually going to be the case. But yeah, Malamar lead, Dugong Saysop, I would assume. Could be also Quagsire Saysop, but I feel like Dugong is such a good Saysop in the current meta that I would assume that they would use that one. So yeah, very interesting team here as well. We can take a look now at team number 4, which kind of reflects more the current meta. Like this is literally like the top tier meta kind of Pokemon that you want to run. We have here 2 legend teams and 1 basically in team number 4, because the only difference is one was using Dugong, one was using Diggersby. And basically if you saw the last regional, you saw Corsola, Diggersby, Dugong everywhere, like literally everywhere. Most common meta Pokemon there. And of course they are very, very strong together, otherwise you wouldn't see them like this. But as you will see here, this team is nearly perfect. I like the Dugong version more than the Diggersby version. That's my personal preference. I could see reasons why maybe Diggersby is better as well, don't get me wrong. But yeah, this team looks ridiculous. It is very, very strong and very likely a very good team to run and to hit a legend. So, next up, we're going to have a Lone Sandslash. A Lone Sandslash is going to be a Pokemon here as well that I think is kind of underrated. You can run it with either Shadow Claw or the Powder Snow. With the current matchup, I feel like both of them are kind of fine. I could see even Powder Snow being a little bit better currently for like matchups like Diggersby, even though it's still a bit awkward because they have also Fire Punch. but it is what it is. But yeah, again, here Azumarill alone Sand core is basically perfect, like they kind of cover each other's weaknesses, and we're going to have a Whiskacher in the back, which is kind of an interesting choice. You don't really see this Pokemon too often, recently at least, because of the Scald nerf and the Mudshot nerf, especially Mudshot nerf really hurt this Pokemon. But yeah, I do think that this is a solid team still as well, and we can move on to team number 6. Which is going to be something that I also kind of want to take a look at. We're going to have a team here with Goodra. Goodra got buffed with Thunder Punch, and I feel like a lot of people can underestimate this Pokemon. And I saw people bring it to Birmingham as well, Goodra, and having some solid success with it. And yeah, Goodra has some very nice coverage against the current meta with Aqua Tail as well as Thunder Punch. Thunder Punch is going to allow you to hit Pokemon like Corviknight and also for super effective damage, which makes Goodra definitely a very solid choice as a Dragon-type Pokemon. Otherwise, of course, the Aqua Tail is there as a very good coverage move against Pokemon like the Clodsire or like Pokemon like the normal Stunfisk there, where we're going to have a team coming up very, very soon as well. Drapion, currently most likely the safest Pokemon in the entire meta. It doesn't look that great on paper, but trust me, it is quite great, especially in the 2-shield scenario. This Pokemon is so difficult to beat, and it's the Pokemon that literally won Birmingham as well, like Shadow Drapion is basically the best Pokemon currently to have, I would say. And I really would want to make a video about Shadow Drapion because honestly, it is so ridiculously safe. Everybody was nearly playing it. I think out of the top 8, 6 people had Shadow Drapion or something like this. It was madness, but yeah, this Pokemon is ridiculously strong right now. Also very easy to get because a leader has this one, so it's easily to farm there as well. Definitely try to get this Pokemon and we can move on to team number 7. Which is going to be a one with the Unova Stunfisk, the Primeape, and the Jumpluff. This would be more like a team that I would like to use in terms of like, that would be something that I would build myself as well. Stunfisk, Jumpluff, of course, kind of cool. Having the weakness to Ice is going to be a bit tricky, but if you think about it, what Ice-type Pokemon are there? Literally just Dugong. And oh, look at the Elite. Elite is part electric typing. Having Thunder Shock and Discharge going to allow you to do some super effective damage against Dugong as well. So there is not really a big weakness here. If there would be other Ice type Pokemon, I could see definitely this being an issue, but there are not really any around. And so we're going to have Stunfisk, Primeape, and Jumpluff together, and they look really good on paper as well. We're going to have the flying weakness, of course, of our backline, but again, you're going to be able to maybe bait out the Corviknight with your Primeape. While Stunfisk is going to be the hardest answer to it, and Jumpluff can avoid this for later on. So I feel like you have to kind of run like teams like this in order to even deal with a Pokemon like the Corviknight. But yeah, I feel like this is going to be a very solid team here as well. Again, I like this team quite a bit. Very classic, but I gotta move on to team number 8 now. Which is going to be one of the earliest Legend teams as well. We're going to have a team with Miltank, Superior, as well as Mandibuzz. Mandibuzz is running Air Slash. Actually, running Foul Play as well, my bad. Like, Dark Pulse is not correct here. But as you want to see, this is a very solid team there, especially Miltank is a very interesting choice. But basically trying to utilize the Superior Mandibuzz core there, and it's honestly a very, very solid core together. Bit of a weakness, I guess, to alone Sand Slash with this team, but yeah, they hit Legend with it, so like it worked out for them. And we can move on to team number 9. Malamar, Azumarill as well as the Superior. I feel like you kind of want to align yourself with this team a lot. You kind of want to keep the lead, basically, like win the lead with this team here, and then try to align your Azumarill and your Superior, because they're very bulky boys with a lot of very neutral matchups that they can win, or like some matchups they easily can win. For example, of course, Azumarill completely knocks out any kind of Dragon-type Pokemon, while Superior knocks out any kind of Water and Ground-type Pokemon, which are quite common. And so, it's definitely an interesting one here. I would say that this team definitely should work out quite well if you can win the lead. Otherwise, I don't know, Azumarill, most likely the say-stop here for this team can be a bit tricky, but if you win the lead, you kind of can most likely close up most of the battles. And I guess it's kind of easy to win leads most of the time with the Malamar. So, very interesting team here as well, and we can move on to the final one for today. One of the more spiciest here, they actually didn't hit Legend with this team. They only hit like 2,900, I think. They're already Legend at this point, but I think they hit it a little bit later, but I still kind of want to include it. We're going to have a Mantine, Hippowdon, and Annihilate team. I think Annihilate is rather the say-swap here. I would at least run it more as a say-swap. I feel like Hippowdon as a say-swap is going to be a bit of a trickier one. So I would think that the say-swap for this team is going to be the Annihilate, giving you a little bit more neutral coverage and baiting out certain Pokemon that Hippowdon doesn't want to face. For example, Azumarill here. I think that's going to be the better play for you. It still should be okay with the Corviknight. Corviknight can be a bit tricky, but also the fast move is double resisted on Mantine, so I think Mantine has a very neutral matchup against Corviknight. But yeah, this is a very interesting team here from also an EOIC champion here. So yeah, this is going to be it for this video. I hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, feel free to leave a like. I would like to see you in the next video as well, especially because it's going to be about Corviknight, where we actually take a look at this Pokemon in the Go Battle League. So I will see you then. Bye bye.